everyone, Liam Catterson here, and today we're going to be reacting to the very first episode of Iron Fist Season 2 with the Fury of the Iron Fist. So, really looking forward to seeing what Season 2 has to offer in general. The trailer was really impressive stuff, and I really loved what I saw. And I'm hoping that this, does give a bit of faith into Iron Fist, because I know Season 1 didn't really resonate with a bunch of people. And I know that his brief appearance on Luke Cage, and I guess the Defenders, like the way his character was presented, it gave a bit of hope for, that we could see this in Iron Fist Season 2, because, we should all love our shows equally, I guess. Well, that's not always going to be the case, because I'm going to always put Jessica Jones above everyone else, like any day of the week. But you get what I mean. We can, I feel like people really love Jessica Jones, they really love Daredevil, they really love Punisher, they really love Luke Cage, and Iron Fist still needs to find its footing, so Season 2 hopefully can, rectify that, especially with the potential juiciness we've got with Davos coming up this season. So there's potential, just will it, serve well in execution. So with that said, let's just delve right into the first episode, The Fury of the Iron Fist. Let's go. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, this is a bad mistake. You wanna, sign your will right now, because you're about to get murdered. I mean, maybe not literally, but this guy must be thinking this guy's just suicidal. Oh! Nice. What's the matter? Are you fearing for your life? Oh, there we go. Nah, not happening. Oof. You guys are not going to stand a chance. No, they never look on top. That's their problem. They never look on top. Yeah, that wasn't like... Oh, damn. Luke has many hoodies that are, with bullet holes. You've just got stabbing marks and all that. Oh, damn. Let's use that fist. Let's use it. Boom!
All the little fish that thought they were headed upstream, now someone else's meal.
Oof. Oh damn! Oh damn! Oh damn! As you were saying, Mr. Yang.
No more stories. You raise the price again. You, your wife, and your business will suffer.
Don't piss him off.
The lens on the street, I'd just find someone or something.
She kind of looks like Trish, doesn't, in this sense.
This one's interesting.
Yeah, like the light on the buildings. It's just so magical.
She's gonna be so vital.
You still on the clock, man?
Huh. You don't look like a malto.
Oh, trust me, I've said as much.
Some men feast while others starve.
But I was just being nice.
Oh, no, gallant.
I just love Albert and Danny's relationship, but I have a feeling Mary's gonna... Ooh!
Hello?
Mary's gonna be of vital
yeah.
importance.
Okay. Alright, thanks for the heads up. Yep.
She got that camera of a friend. Peter. She's the real Mary. Mary Jane. I'm kidding.
All of this, it's unexpected.
Especially being, ignoring him for a couple of months.
We reject your proposal.
You don't want to do that.
Try me.
Oh, I have a feeling.
Ward.
She is not playing.
Then we need to take it seriously. Where do you want me
I just love this. She's got reason and he's like so aggressive. Who put that note there? Like, how do you get in the house? The window? Do not leave the house. So is she discarding it like really thoroughly? If so, that's awesome. Good on her. She's gonna leave the house, though. Screw the rules. Stop moving things around. Oh, what the hell? Turning into the Joker. Whew. Kidding.
Boy.
You know what? When I made that Mary Jane comparison, she actually kind of, kind of looks like her. I don't know. She just has the face.
You hardly talk about her.
She is the only one in my family who didn't push me away.
Oh.
Give me away.
The only decent souls, I guess.
How did it show up here in New York?
Beats me. I mean, there is this guy who owns this restaurant, and I think you might know who last owned the box, but...
I mean, you want to contact her at least.
I should just toss it in the trash.
No. You said it was a restaurant, yeah?
What do you want?
I want to change the things. I can't.
I have a feeling his past is gonna be is haunting him with his father as well. I was gonna say, this is some kind of anger management thing, especially with Ward's character. But I mean, you will feel for him if you know his past with his father, the hand, everything is gonna be haunting him, and now that's been cut loose, the memory's still gonna be there. So. Oh,
Hairy. And the hairs would just get caught in the back of your throat, and I had to wash it down with the blood of a lamb.
Jesus, Bakudo's got messed up demons.
Lie. But you get points for creativity.
Exactly, points for creativity.
The power of vacuum. They kept everyone at bay through fear.
Someone's got to be the top dog.
And now
These gangs are making big moves.
they're seeking to fill the void.
Someone's looking
And
to
where they
replace them.
collide, a war is brewing in Chinatown. A war between the triads.
Yep.
We'll deal with them, like we're gonna deal with this.
Oh shit, yeah, I'm not dealing with shit! Oh boy.
As I was saying, you can walk away right now.
Same for you.
Oh great, now we've got more commotion.
It was my girlfriend. She went back in there to complain to the chef. Her post bow, it was too cheap.
You better move.
I'm telling you, you don't want to go in there. She has a terrible temper.
I mean, are you hearing the noise right now? Go on, Colleen, though! I just love to see Colleen fight, though. Oh boy. Go on, Colleen! Go on, Colleen! I'm just loving this! Colleen down, oh my goodness. Oh! That's a goal! Oh! That is a goal.
Go now.
It's just the same for the time. Oh, come on. Cheap tricks. I was going to say, it's just the same for the Tigers for sure. Oh, that you.
I asked you to leave.
Yes.
Easy.
I was going to say, you really fucked up.
All of my attention is focused on protecting this city.
And where were you when our city needed protecting, Danny?
The mission of the Iron Fist was to destroy the Hand.
And now,
I succeeded.
a hand out without fingers, you could say that was bad.
There was a lot they didn't tell us. I did what I thought was correct.
Did you
Your
know?
judgment is wrong.
I came back for family. Did you? Because when I tried to get you to return, all I saw was cowardice.
Oh,
And a
nah.
handful.
Oh, nah. Here we go. First fight. Let's out the gate straight away. God damn.
Gonna ask him.
You already answered them.
Oh. Subtle. but he got what he needed.
He walked into my life and he turned it to ashes.
Oh boy.
I think he deserves to know what that feels like.
Oh boy.
To have it all ripped apart.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
He will learn. I will teach him.
It's a nice little expelling zone, I guess. Oh, this is daunting. Look at that damage. I'm not gonna lie, right? What's funny is, I think this was non-intentional, but those lights, for some reason, those lights coming up at the end, it kind of reminded me of a dragon, like dragon's eyes or something like that. And it's probably not intentional, but I just thought of it like that just there, but damn. And straight out of the gate, we've gotten some really, really juicy Danny Davos connection, which is really, really superb as of this moment. It was a really, really neat fight, so I'll be very, very interested to see how things go, you know, further down the line, of course, between them two, especially with, you know, Davos potentially finding some way to, you know, switch sides for him to wield the fist. Because, of course, this whole despising thing that Davos has for Dany all stems from, you know, the fact that, you know, Dany's usage of the Iron Fist is, I guess, sacrilegious, I guess you could say, is the right term to describe it. It's unholy for Dany to hold the fist. He feels that, you know, Dany has no power to hold the fist. He doesn't really, you know, that Davos would click more to the fist than Dany would, and that Dany's, you know, some of Dany's actions have, you know, created some bad consequences. Whereas Davos thinks he could make things right. He doesn't deserve to hold the fist. So, there's gonna be some kind of, I don't know, voodoo way for, you know, the fist to switch sides and then switch back again, I expect. Thing is, they're gonna have to do this a bit quickly because they don't have that time to stretch it out to 13 episodes. Which is good because, you know, sometimes there are Netflix shows, it can be a bit of a drag to, you know, stretch it out for that long for Marvel Netflix shows. But that's what I really loved about this first episode. Straight out the gate, but then again, we had the latter part of season 1 develop Davos, so there was no need for introductions or anything. It was just Davos giving Dany that opportunity to, you know, give me the fist, you know, you don't deserve it. Things you've done, you know, in my eyes, should I say, deems you irresponsible to hold the fist. And, you know, I mean, there was a war anyways, but now, you know, his refusal to listen to Davos has, you know, basically, you know, thrown him to joy and said, okay, well, we're gonna turn his wall to ashes, say with joy. Even though there was that moment of hesitation, I guess, earlier on in the episode, or wavering, of course, because of the fact that, you know, Dany had such a calm reaction and, you know, allowed her the opportunity to pull away from Rand. Even though he's gonna regret it now when he finds out who Joy has, you know, partnered herself with. But, you know, he came in such a really, this is what I was talking about. I said when, you know, there was that, you know, triangle meetup, of course, that you had two opposite sides. You had, you know, Dany, who was so humble and, you know, kind and cautious, and then there was Ward, who was absolutely ballistic, but it seems like he's got a lot more anger issues anyways than just Joy. I guess being a bitch in his eyes, considering the fact that, you know, she's ignored his calls, for 2 months, and then she turns out of the blue like this, saying, "Oh yeah, I'm walking." So yeah, it's more than that, of course, with, you know, what's happened with the past, with his father, with the hand. So, you know, you do sympathize with Ward, with everything that's gone on, with his anger issues, with Joy. It's like his world is falling apart, so I do feel a little bit for him. But yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this, you know, war does, you know, spiral from here on, because Davos has took that as a declaration, and it should be very, very interesting to see how he does get the fist to, you know, come to him. And we'll see how, I'm wondering, like, because there's something that, you know, we want to see, I think, in Iron Fist, and it's, you know, there was something that when, you know, Davos was talking to Dany about their childhood, and I think we've seen it in the trailers as well, that we saw a bit of their past. So I'm wondering if we'll get some, because Marvel Netflix shows, they usually focus, have a lot of emphasis on past episodes. I mean, Jessica Jones was a fantastic example with, I think it was episode 7 of season 2. So, I'm not saying there's going to be like a full dedicated flashback episode to, on Iron Fist, but there will be some heavy emphasis, because, I would love to find out what went down as well, like, between, Dany and Davos's childhood, of course, because there will be things known, of course, but, you know, it's okay to, you know, say these things, in my opinion. To see them flesh out, it's, you know, makes you, I don't know, sometimes it makes you have a new perspective of things, but sometimes, you know, it's more so satisfying to see them fleshed out. So I have a feeling we'll, you know, at some capacity, maybe in a few episodes time, we'll see, you know, them to, their childhood fleshed out, of course, because that was a bit of a talking point as well, of course. Throughout Dany and Davos' exchange. So, yeah, I'm really liking stuff at the minute, because, yeah, this episode was a great, you know, starting point. Of course, Colleen and, you know, getting involved with the fight again after she, you know, no pun intended, but she cut away from the fight, didn't she? Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting to see, you know, her family situation, you know, play a part, because of course there was that family heirloom thing that was brought to her, that hairbrush thing, that her mother, that was, I guess, belonged to her mother, because she was she said that she was the only one who, you know, I guess there was no hatred for, but it'll be very, very interesting to see Colleen's story added to the fact that, you know, she's trying to keep Dany on the edge, because, we had that brawl, which was fantastic. The choreography in this show for season 2 has absolutely been amazing through the 2 big fights that we've seen, of course. And the Dany and Davos fight, which was really, really good, based on raw strength. It wasn't, you know, due to the Iron Fist. It was a nice little tussle, I guess, fairness-wise, isn't it? Yeah, because like I said, the fist wasn't a factor. So yeah, pure aggression being utilised there. But like I said, it will be very, very interesting to see Colleen's story as well, trying to hold Dany back, because you saw, you know, Dany before he went off to underground, of course. You saw that she was doing that typical, you know, I look like I'm asleep, but I'm not. Thing that everyone does. So, and she knows that, you know, Dany's going to unleash, whereas she's trying to, you know, have some kind of restraint, which is, kind of, interesting, considering we had, you know, Dany, you know, talk about that anger, of course, and, you know, that stillness in Luke Cage, didn't we? And Colleen, as soon as he, you know, grabbed one of the tigers, and was gonna use the fist, it was Colleen, you know, going there. So, but he's unleashing. He was unleashing, and she knew. So she's got that bit of struggle going on at the minute, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see how that fight does, how that, you know, I guess conflict that she's got does unravel. Mary, what's going on with her? Like, I'm really, really interested to see how, I have a feeling, like I said, her story is going to be very, very interesting, given the, breakdown that she kind of had back at her home, and the notes, of course, you know, don't leave the house, don't move things around. I'm not gonna lie though, she does have the kind of, you know, I'm not saying it is Mary Jane Watson, so don't even say it's not Mary Jane, Liam. We've already got an MJ. No, but she does, doesn't she though? She does kind of have the face, and, you know, I was, you know, making this kind of joke saying, oh, I got this from a friend. Peter Parker, isn't it? But, no, I don't know, for some reason she just has the face, like she's pulled from the comic, and, she could be, you know, a comic book, appearance version of Mary Jane Watson, so, but we've got an MJ anyways, even though it's not Mary Jane, of course. That might be spoilers for Spider-Man Homecoming, but that's been out like a year, hasn't it? So, and plus it was pretty obvious, even though they denied it, it was like, well, they're not gonna outright say it's MJ, is it? Like, oh yeah, you got it right! Woo! So yeah. But not, like I said, Mary's story is going to be very, very interesting. I had a feeling we were going to find out more about her, throughout this series, considering, you know, there was such an in-depth, conversation between her and Danny, so I was thinking, well, it's not just a random citizen, she's going to have some kind of importance, and it seems like we will do after we saw that second scene with her. I just love, you know, Albert and Danny, isn't it? Their chemistry, that was beautiful. I really, really loved, you know, seeing them interact. It was really, really fun stuff. But yeah, it was just a fantastic episode, of course. Them explaining about the Hans, you know, disappearance has left a bit of a power vacuum, and it's kind of, it does have that resemblance. I mean, it should do, I guess, but it does have that resemblance to what was going on with Luke Cage, especially during the latter part of season 2. So, yeah, it's very, very frantic times at the minute, but it's just really, really awesome to see everything, you know, pan out, the fighting. Danny's character has, you know, when he confronted the tigers, yeah, and he was, you know, joshing on, of course, and saying, you know, Colleen's a bit mad, you don't want to confront her. I thought that was really, really awesome as well. But yeah, I'm really, really loving Danny's character, and especially about how, you know, he does click with Colleen. I thought that, you know, those scenes, like, was really, really good as well. So I'm really liking what we're getting with Danny, but overall, I'm liking where we're getting with a lot of the characters and the arcs, starting off from season 2. I think we kind of had something go on, with Joy and, Davos as a, like, nice little season 2 sneak peek at the end of season 1, with Madame Gao. So I had a feeling, you know, when, you know, Davos mentioned about his partner and that, it was like, could it be, you know, Joy potentially, especially when Joy, you know, wanted to pull away from the company. But yeah, like I said, the character directions for season 2 look pretty interesting, especially we've got Ward dealing with his demons. We got, you know, that Danny and Davos scuffle, of course. We got the power vacuum. It's all looking really, really interesting so far. And Mary, new characters being introduced and you wanting to, you know more about them. It's very, very great stuff. And I'm just really loving what we're getting so far. So interesting times with season 2 so far. But I'm really, really interested to see what episode 2 has to bring. But yeah, until then, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check out the videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles!